up, everybody? Welcome back to Shaq's Corner. Your boy Shaq here. This is a new segment that I wanted to do with people that I graduated with from high school, some people that I didn't get to graduate from high school, and people who graduated before us. If you don't know, I went to Rice High School in Harlem, right on the corner of 124th and Lenox. If you don't know, please take a look it up, the rich history of it. But for the this series is going to be called the Last Raiders, and the first person that I'm having is actually one of my closest friends, or my best friends, the best man in my wedding, and my kid's godfather. It's my boy Ari. Ari, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Let's go.
Could you turn your TV down just a little bit, bro? It's
Sure, I
feeding,
got
it's feeding too much in. All right, bro.
what
So,
you said, bro. What's going on now?
all right. So, what? First and foremost, welcome to the corner. We had a discussion beforehand about this series that I wanted to do, just kind of wanting to keep the Rice heritage alive. I think that there's a lot of history in that building, but a lot of history within ourselves as well that I think needs to be shared with the world, and I think that a lot of people would appreciate it. So I appreciate
No,
you for
most
just taking the
definitely.
time. So first and foremost, bro, obviously
Appreciate
we
you, bro.
graduated together, class of 2011. Unfortunately, it was the last class to graduate from Rice High School. The first question I have for you is what brought you to Rice? What made you choose Rice as your high school?
Um, I'm not even gonna lie. What made me choose Rice as my high school is location. Oh snap! What's going on here?
Camera shut off on you.
Why is my screen black? Yeah, nah, I see.
Okay. So you said
Yeah,
location
nah.
was the reason why you
What
chose
show?
Rice.
Most definitely Harlem. Always wanted to be in Harlem. Always liked Harlem.
All right,
So
so
like you said, Rice had a lot of heritage and all that stuff. Harlem alone has heritage. Just being around that atmosphere, being around my own people.
definitely, I could definitely agree with that sentiment. What was the hardest part about being at Rice? Obviously, you were there for 4 years, so you have a lot of experiences there. So, what was the hardest part?
Not gonna lie, it had to be meshing of personalities between like classmates and stuff like that. Trying to figure out everybody's background, how to get along and mesh well with each other, because obviously it's an all boys school. It's nothing but testosterone around everybody, just pent up, built up. But eventually, you figure how to work it out, be cordial with your classmates, and eventually form a brotherhood. But I think that was the most hardest part.
Okay, and then what was the easiest part? Obviously, I got to follow it up with with the softball.
Easiest part was not even gonna hold you. It was just getting to school. Just getting to school, bro. That was just the easiest part. Like, I don't live too far. Get in there. I, the commute was easy. Other than that, I mean, school, the classes, okay, I'll be honest. Some of the classes was easy. Only reason why some of them made it hard, because obviously the classmates I was with, they made it difficult because you already know firsthand how they are in class, how everybody's jokes and all that stuff just ready and willing to turn up at any given second. So, one bad apple spoils it for the rest of the apples in class. That's how they moved it. So that's what, other than that, most classes were easy. Like, we had a lot of good, we had a lot of great faculty in there. Like, a lot of people that looked out and made it easier for you to transition into being a young man, and then from a young man to an adult. So they pretty much made it easier for me.
Oh, absolutely, and obviously I was there with you, so I can attest to that. Um, who would you say are the top three faculty in your time at Rice that had the most effect on your life?
Hmm. Damn. Number one is definitely gonna be Dean Ash, without a doubt. Like, obviously, I got a father or whatever, but like, if you know, if I was one of those kids that didn't have a father or something like that, ideal adult that may rest in peace. He was always there, bro, always there. And you got who else you had? You had Deacon Brown, Deacon Brown. Oh man, like, we lost a lot of good people. Like I think about it, a lot of people that helped us really flourish and really cared about us and wanted to nurture us into being just amazing people. And the third one, I would say Dr. Rob, most definitely Dr. Rob. Even though he mumbles and all that, always, but overall, like all three of those people I see, they wanted us to flourish and wanted to be great. Like, and the one thing I loved about Dr. Rob, like, although it was a religion class, it was more so theology. It wasn't like he catered to one. He didn't force religion down our throat. He didn't do anything. He wanted us to see religion as a like it wasn't just centered. It was a broad view of things. Like he could see all aspects of how religion could tie into other religions or even just life itself and beliefs. Like that's like I couldn't appreciate that more from Dr. Rao.
Uh, no, absolutely. And I'll just give my three because honestly, I would say I have the same three. Um, for a little bit different reasons. I'll start with Deacon Brown just because of the history that I have with her. I've actually known, God rest her soul as well. I know Deacon Brown from when I was a younger child. When my older brother was attending Rice at the time, my brother was a class of 2000. He actually had some of the same teachers we had. He had Brother Sherlock, he had Mr. Shea, he had Deacon Brown. So there was a couple of people that he had that were there when we were still there. So, and it was funny, Mr. Asher's son graduated with my brother as well. So it's funny to look at my brother's yearbook and see certain people and the pictures are in
Nah,
black and see the pictures in black and white.
nah.
But with Deacon Brown, she's actually the reason why I got into Rice. I went through a difficult process with the whole high school application. Every test I took, whether it was standardized, public, or a tax test for Catholic schools, every test score got lost. Every test score got lost. So, in essence, I was not supposed to go to high school, or I wasn't supposed to start, or I was supposed to go to my zone school, whatever the case might have been. Uh, my mother called up Rice, and she spoke with Deacon Brown, and Deacon Brown, they accepted me at Rice. I guess you could call me a legacy acceptance because of my brother. But while within those walls, I definitely, set myself apart from my brother. I like to think that we took two different paths in our high school lives, our high school careers. And, I made sure that people knew me not as Ernest's little brother, but as Shaquille. Every day I walk through those halls. So I definitely owe a lot of that to Deacon Brown just giving me the opportunity to be in there. And then Dr. Rob was one of the first teachers that I had interaction with freshman year.
When you say interaction, sir, what interaction are you referring to, sir?
uh,
Because we've all had interactions and altercations.
I believe I was making jokes at the
Ah,
expense of one
ah.
of my classmates, and Dr. Rob
But
caught me
this,
while going into his class.
uh, do I feel like this classmate is his name is Muhammad for some
We
reason? I
no,
just feel like
we
it's
weren't
Muhammad.
classmates freshman year. We weren't classmates until sophomore year.
Ah, okay. I just had to make sure. Just had to make sure.
But
Had to make
Dr.
sure.
Rob did catch me, and immediately when he started scolding me, it reminded me of my dad. It's so
Oh, wait, chill. Don't talk about your pop. Don't talk about your
so it was actually funny. The first parent teachers conference, they was both talking so fast, I didn't really understand what they was saying, but it was like they knew each other forever. And ever since that point on, my parents kind of gave Dr. Rob a pass to, you know, discipline me how he saw fit, but
pop.
also take me under his wing and just try to show me a little bit about life, you know, outside outside of the walls of Rice, outside of the protection of Rice. And that connection ran so deep. Dr. Rob actually performed the ceremony at my wedding, which was an amazing honor. That touched me a lot to have him there. Uh, and then next, obviously, Dean Ash. Dean Ash was
Oh,
easily, easily one of the most caring individuals in that building, and people took his discipline as a sign of him not caring or just being mean to us. But I looked at it totally different, because there were a number of times where I would have a conversation with Mr. Ash, and whether it was because I got in trouble for doing something or just asking a question or trying to explain to him a situation, while in the moment he might have scolded us, he would always, after that scolding, sit down and have a conversation with us and explain to us the ramifications of things and push us to strive to be better. And I think that, sorry, I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, you don't
Um,
gotta explain that to me. I'm getting teary eyed myself.
yeah, it's a little emotional talking about him, obviously, but just the amount of compassion he had for all of us, day in and day out, I
Mm,
think saved a lot of people's lives. I
mm,
think that
mm,
the extra effort that he put in with us,
man.
it's something that you don't see in educators too much anymore. He uh he definitely, I'll say he was definitely a backbone for us. And it's really tough to, talk about it right now, but he helped a lot of us stand when we didn't know we could stand. He helped a lot of us walk when we didn't know we could walk. And he's definitely missed, man. I think that that with without him, Rice wouldn't have been able to run as well as it did for as long as it
We know
did.
that. We know that.
So I
We know
definitely
that.
I definitely want to, just thank him as well for everything that he taught us. And an honorable mention for me was Ms. Behringer, who worked in the office, because she was
Oh,
there as well with
she a
my,
real one.
yeah, she was
She's a
there
real
also
one.
when my brother went there. She got me into robotics, so I ventured out. Other than just being a kid that likes sports, I learned a little bit about technology and computers. I didn't expand on it any further than some of the things that she showed me, but just giving me an idea that there's more to life than just dribbling a basketball or playing baseball or anything like that. And I always appreciated her for that. And she always held it down too. She always held it down. Um, but so that was definitely my experience at Rice. Uh, so we're gonna fast forward to senior year. Obviously we had a lot of hijinks senior year, and it was crazy because we never really had a senior prank, believe it or not. But
Nah, but that's probably because we only never had it because we were so caught up in the fact that the school was closing. So
You know, we wanted our
like
senior
that,
sweaters, and then we found out the school was closing after we got our senior sweaters. I think that was crazy how that happened. But what was the first thing that went
wow,
through your mind once you found out the school was closing?
honestly, I felt bad for all the underclassmen because even in a sense, like we all had, we had our class and the juniors and all that stuff. We had our little cliques as far as class goes. But at the end of the day, we all was a united front. It didn't matter. Like we all stood together. So I wanted them to experience the same thing that I experienced all 4 years, not three and a half, not two and a half, all four. Like there's a certain prestige that comes with graduating from Rice, like wearing that green and gold and just walking down the whole aisle and just accepting your diploma and just being it's surreal. It's surreal. And I just felt bad that underclassmen couldn't get it. Like it was totally messed up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I definitely agree. I knew some of the underclassmen personally, and you know, they've definitely mentioned to me in the past that they wish that they could have finished that Rice. Now, obviously, they went on to other high schools and completed there, and then some went to college, some did other things with their lives, and I believe they're successful. And when it's their time to be on here, they'll be on here. But I yeah, man, I definitely wholeheartedly agree, and I think the toughest part for me once finding out the school was closing was just not understanding how that was something that could realistically happen given the amount of time Rice had been open, the history, the culture, what it provided for the community, and just the backing that Rice had, you know, from alumni to the community to just everything. When everybody, every walk of life. We had people from Staten Island, people from Jersey, people from the Bronx, people from Brooklyn, Uptown, downtown, Queens.
Queens, even
We
Queens.
had people from everywhere, and it was like you couldn't walk around New York and not hear something about Rice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was very aware of Rice, and the amount of respect you got when you walked around with your Rice uniform on was crazy. I remember walking through Harlem sometimes, you know, after school and just having older people in the neighborhood just acknowledge me just because I had the rice sweater on. When you were seen as this pillar of the community, as a 14-year-old kid, as a freshman, just because you had that green and gold on. And I just thought that was so amazing and was setting us up for greatness. So that I think that was the hardest thing for me to understand how that could possibly happen when you have such an acknowledgement from the community from everywhere like that it seemed like we were helpless, like there was literally nothing we could do to save the school.
Despite all the rumors of I wouldn't even want to say rumors. I think it was facts. Like you got people coming in wanting to save the school, wanting to, and the fact that they were being turned away, it just that was like a real damn dog. Yeah, it was just that really altered my view as far as like us being a black school, predominantly black, all of us having 100% graduation rate, just seeing young black men flourish, it just really put things in perspective. Like in life, like they really just don't want to see black men win at all. Like they don't want to see us flourish. They only want us to see us either as athletes, basically athletes, drug dealers, rappers, things that don't really hold any type of influence or things that are derogatory towards the growth of black men or just having simple role models to look up to. Like I wouldn't want no disrespect to rappers or anything, but I wouldn't want like when I have a child for my role model to be a rapper, especially a rapper that's talking about killing and all that stuff. Like that's not something I look up to. I want to look up to positive things. I want to be a pillar of my community. I want to basically build myself up, build my own people up to where, we have respect for one another. Like, not everything has to be about fast money, cars, glam, bling, and all that stuff. You don't have to limit yourself to just only being an athlete, which is why I like Rice. Like, Rice was predominantly basketball, but also had other outlets for you to grow and build your own path and basically set your own future. Like, look at look at Hashim, bro. Hashim, man, is in law right now. Like, young as us, and he's in law. He's doing things. He's
Shout out
doing things
to
to put
Hot.
him to like. Come on, it doesn't always have to be basketball. It doesn't always have to be a rapper or some type of entertainer. It's more to life than just that. And I feel like Rice told us that we didn't have to settle for that. And I appreciated him for that. I appreciate every teacher that was in there. Despite I may have had my little quarrels with teachers and stuff like that, because you're always gonna bump heads with people in life. But at the end of the day, they still taught me a valuable lesson that I don't have to settle for less. There's always more to life than just being the standard.
Of course, man. I think Rice taught us to break the status quo and be comfortable with that. Uh, One of my fondest memories when Deacon Brown started taking over morning announcements with us between our junior and senior year. Every time she met with us, she would have us recite the "I am somebody" speech, and I think that in the moment we didn't understand what we were doing, but looking at it now, subconsciously, she was setting us up to appreciate ourselves, to believe that we could be bigger and better than just being entertainers, you know, that we can be educated individuals and be successful, that we're bigger than that what society thinks of us. And I think that
Hmm.
Rice Rice was the perfect place for young men to learn how to be men first and foremost, and also learn how to accept themselves for who they are, embrace it, and be more of who they are and be the best possible person that they can be, which is why a lot of us flourished after Rice, during Rice. A lot of us are successful. A lot of us took time to get to success, but success was always on the menu because of our background, where we came from. And I think that's something that's missing in the community now with Rice no longer being there.
Man, I wish Rice was still there because if I had a son, that's where my son would be going.
Well, let's see, man. We don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I can't predict the future, but you know, if there's ever a potential for Rice reopening, that would be an amazing thing. And I would love to be a part of that.
I would definitely get behind that because, I mean, we started a whole page, Save Rice.
We did.
Started
Yeah,
a whole page for
we definitely did, man. We definitely went out swinging trying to save the school. A
that.
bunch of
Yo, because
knuckleheads with with no means, but we still tried. But that was because that's what Rice taught us. You don't give up because the odds are stacked against you. You still press on, you still push forward. So it's sad, but
Every day
it
I
was
think
so
about it.
many lessons, man.
I tell people don't ever give up. Always push forward. You'll be alright. Like you'll be good. Like,
Absolutely. So I'm getting all emotional just thinking about the whole 4 years. We done been out of high school 11 years now.
yo,
I still get misty thinking about everything, man. But it's real. It's definitely real. And I think,
because of the like, look at all the bonds, bro, we have made over the years. Like,
hey,
shit, still got my shirt.
yeah, I think in my next video I'm gonna have my Rice hoodie and my senior sweater up on the wall. You feel me?
Oh, I still got the sweater. I still got that shit
I
right
I
behind my door.
I literally just found it the other day because we packing and whatnot, and I found this. I was like, nah, this is coming with me. I need this.
Yeah, I still got the vest. I still got the regular sweater, the green joint. I still got all that.
Yeah, man. But like I said, bro, I appreciate you just taking the time out to rap with me. We went a little bit longer than
Nah,
I anticipated, but when you go down memory lane, hey, you can't come back. You feel
yo,
me?
yo, I'm just appreciative of even us, developing that brotherhood while we was in Rice. Cause yo, it's crazy. Like it's surreal.
Listen, man. Sometimes you know, friendships obviously transcend time, bro, and it's we graduated 11 years ago plus 4 years, so we've known each other damn near 20 years. That's most of our lives, bro. That's most of our lives we've known each other, bro. And yeah, but we have Rice to thank for that. That we wouldn't have met each other if we didn't go to Rice. So that's just another thing to be thankful for.
Yeah, cause it's crazy. Like I was this close about to go into Rice, like that close. I was about to be a Hayes dude.
Hey, I was about to see if I ended up at George Washington High School on the block, bro. So I was gonna stay at school in Dykeman, but my mother and father pulled the strings and got me in Rice, and I'm appreciative of it every day.
Man, I'm pretty sure if my mother put me on Rice. Cause yo, all them years, the hardships, the ups and downs, the shit. Had some of my darkest moments there, senior year. I mean, you remember.
Yeah, I was there. I was there for everything. But you stayed solid, bro, and you didn't let any of those things, you didn't let those things break you. And I think that was the culture at Rice that did that.
Yeah, never. They definitely taught us to not let our spirit break. Always hold it together and be strong. Damn, I'm really thinking about everybody. Shit, even the people we fake beef with. Like damn, like I mean, we older now. Obviously, we ain't beefing with them, but it's just like damn. Like you really think about it, like the stupid stuff they used to do. You just be like, like damn, that was a stupid reason for me to be beefing with them.
Yo, it's crazy to reflect on everything now. But even with those people, which to be honest with you, I can't even remember. But listen, man, this isn't good. This is the first episode. This is the pilot episode. I'm gonna be doing this a lot more. I'm gonna be reaching out to a lot of Rice men just to get perspectives, bro, because everybody's experience is a little bit different. So like I said, man, I really do appreciate you just taking the time out to speak with me and just talk a little bit about your experience at Rice and obviously the culture of Harlem as well, because that played a big part in what Rice was for us anyway.
I
If you have
appreciate you,
if,
bro.
if you have anything else to add, bro, please by all means.
Nah, I can't keep going down memory lane.
we gonna be we gonna be here for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, can't keep going down memory lane. I'm actually looking forward to who you interview next, though.
Yeah, I can't disclose that. You're just gonna have to wait
I
and see.
know, I know. I'm just saying in general, like who you ever have, whoever you have lined up. I'm just interested to hear how Rice was either impactful or even negative in some instances. Like, because not everybody's, like you said, not everybody's experience is going to be the same as I was. It may be negative, it may be positive, but also I'm just open to hear it.
Definitely. But yeah, man, just look out. The videos are coming soon. I'm reaching out to people and just trying to set some things up. Obviously, I got a lot of things going on in my personal life, so things are moving a little bit slower than I would want them to, but it's coming.
Most definitely. Can't wait.
Definitely, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Ah, man, listen, it's always love on this side, brother. You know that.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna let you go, bro. I know you gotta get up for work in the morning, or if not, you need to rest because you gotta go back to work at some point in the next couple of days.
You need the rest too, because
I got big things happening right now, so I'm definitely
absolutely, we're not going to talk about it until it's
not.
actually done.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the mission is accomplished and then we could talk about it. But right now, I'm definitely gonna go and get some sleep.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, man. All right, everybody. So that's the first episode of The Last Raiders. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please stay tuned. I have a lot more coming. You guys have a good night. Until then, go sit in the corner.